Hey guys, welcome to my new channel, Fraser Breweries, because all good beer comes from Scotland. Well, we can only hope. Well, I'm not even in Scotland, I actually live in Australia, in New South Wales, but I've been brewing, I started 2009, and I brewed probably one or two batches with okay. They came out a bit dodge. Well, I've got rid of that, gave it up, got John Palmer's How to Brew book, which I can highly recommend. I've read that, and I read another book, How to Brew. Can't remember who it was by. I'll go get it in like a couple seconds. Read those two, bought a new fermenter, did a couple of kit and kilo batches, which came out a bit better than they did last time. But I'm now off the cans at the moment. I'm just doing pure extract, like dried extract batches with specialty grains. Got one in at the moment, which is the batch I've got on at the moment. It's probably in the style of a robust porter or an imperial porter, if there's such a thing. I use Beersmith. I was using I'll link it down below. On the Aussie Homebrewers forum, there is a guy, Ian H, made up an Excel spreadsheet, which you can come up with your recipes. It's completely free, and totally works. I decided to go. Beersmith was on special around Christmas. I think I paid $20 for it. And it runs on a Mac, so win. Well, anyway, back to my recipe. I used Beersmith. What I did, I used 200 grams of Carafas Special 2, 200 grams of Carahel, 200 grams of chocolate pale malt. Now I steeped those at, I think it was 66 degrees Celsius. I wouldn't have a clue what it is in Fahrenheit, sorry. For half an hour, I think it was. Then I topped up boil, because I think it was in, what was it? I think it was 3.7 litres of water I steeped it in. After that was steeped for 30 minutes, I added 1.25 kilos of dark dry malt and topped up the water volume to 13 litres. Then I proceeded to bring that to a boil. Once at a boil, I added 20 grams of Northern Brewer. Let that boil for 40 minutes. Then I added another 15 grams of Northern Brewer. After another 10 minutes, I added half a well-flocked tablet, a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Boiled that for another 5 minutes. Then I added another 15 grams of Northern Brewer. And then that was flame out. So it was a 60-minute boil. At flame out, I added 1.75 kilos of dark dry malt, and also added 300 grams of wheat dry malt, just for a bit more head retention, which the Carafa supposedly does anyway. So we'll see when it comes out and it's in the bottle, and I'll drink it. I'll post it up here once it's finished. Anyway, that's been in. I did that on Friday, so it's been in the fermenter now, what, 4 days? The Krausen's dropped back in. It's been sitting on around 20 to 22 degrees. I don't have a spare. I don't have the money to buy a fridge. I don't have the room for a fridge, so I can't. The only way I can keep my fermentation temperatures decent is by using a tub with water and ice blocks, quite frankly, and it does okay, especially when I was brewing a few weeks back when it was 40 6 degrees it got outside. I managed to keep the temperature still in the FE at about 22, 23 degrees, which, considering it's 46 degrees outside, I thought it was pretty reasonable. Anyway, well, I'll give you a quick tour of my brew area. I'm going to apologise straight up. The area is messy. I live in an apartment which is 3 bedroom and a lounge room and a kitchen with 2 toilets, so it isn't huge, and the wife doesn't appreciate my brewing because it manages to go from the entranceway. I have bottles drawn on a bottle rack in the spare bedroom. So her complaint is like, as soon as I come home, I see the bam, straight in my face is beer stuff. So anyway, nevertheless, here is a quick tour of my beer stuff. Okay guys, here's my brew area. As you can see, here's my fermenter. I've got, that's my bucket I use with water, and I change the ice bricks usually every 12 hours, keep a stable temperature. At the moment, that's my Imperial Porter, or Robust Porter. So it's sitting on about 20, 22 degrees, so it's probably about 21, which is, I know it's on the high side, but it's the best I can do at the moment. You can't really see much. It's pretty much black as black. It's almost as black as a stout. As I said, I don't really brew big on styles. Anyway, here's my mead. It's been in there. It's my JO mead. It's been in there about since just after Christmas. Waiting for the fruit to drop out so I can rack it into a secondary and then let it sit for a couple of months to let it clear and then finally drink it. So probably in 6 months' time. This is my brew storage area. So all my bottles I've collected from drinking the fabulous beer. Quite a few. There's enough there for probably 2 cases of beer, which is like 60 bottles or something. Here's all my supplies. So I've got my Star Sand in a spray bottle. I've got some PBW cleaner. All my bits and pieces like funnels, bungs, syringes for getting the Star Sand. I find it's easier to measure. There's another bottle of Star Sand in the back there because the one just behind the bottle there is now run out. And my 2 siphons I bought. I've got the big one and the small one. Okay, and there you've got my 15 litre pot to boil in, and that's the tub I use to sterilise everything, and I have a demijohn. Here's my bottle tree I've got. As you can see, it's in one of the spare bedrooms, not a great spot, and my Cooper's fermenter, which I mainly use now for bottling only. Now I know this video is getting a bit long. So I just turned it on. I've got this bit cloudy outside today, so there's not a lot of light. I'll try and wrap things up real quick. I'll just give you a quick view of my new stir plate I just received this morning. Anyway, here it goes. What's happening, guys? Just got my new stir plate today. It's a digital stir plate from, can't remember the name, Digital Homebrew I think it was. They put up a post in the Aussie Homebrew forums. It was $79, and till Friday they were doing free express shipping. Just arrived this morning. Haven't even switched it on yet, so hopefully it works. Alright, so power's on. And they can do increments as a new firmware update. Before they shipped it, you can, every press of the button, it will do increments of 100 RPMs. So that's 100. And I would use the flask, but it hasn't arrived yet. So it's 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it should be 1,000. That's at maximum speed. This is just using one of my El Cheapo glasses that I've got. It seems pretty stable. Like, it'd been good to see how what goes well on my 3 litre flask I bought, but this would be a new venture for me. Only just started making starters. Let's turn it off. There you go. Okay. It's probably, I don't know, half a kilo. It's pretty light. $79. Couldn't really go past it. But unfortunately, when the site I bought it from was out of 3 litre flasks, so I had to buy it from craft brewer. Comes with 2 30ml stir bars, as you can see. 1, 2. Okay, and then just your power cable. And they've even done it, which I can't do because I don't have a dedicated brew area yet. Let's take these off. You can actually mount it to the bench if you want. It's got like lips each side. You can then mount it to your bench. But we'll I'll test it out once I get the flask. Once I've bottled my current brew, because I've bought some mason jars so I can wash the yeast and reuse it for my next batch. First time doing that as well. So, will be interesting. Well, we're nearly at the end now. Sorry if I've wasted 11, 12, 13 minutes of your time. I know time is valuable these days. But anyway, hopefully I'll be able to put a video up once a week, minimum. There might be more. I hope I'll be able to jump on the Homebrew Wednesday wagon continuously. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens, but anyway, keep brewing. Talk to you later, guys. See ya.